What's going on, guys? It's Mitch from RespectMyRegion.com coming live from the floor at MJ Unpacked 2022 in Las Vegas. I'm here with George Jage. How you doing today, George?
Oh, Mitch, brother, man, it's so good to see you guys in person again. I know you guys have been doing your tour around the country and bragging about all this good weed you're smoking out in Massachusetts and everywhere else you've been. Thank you for being here. You know, we love you guys.
Absolutely, man. For you and Kim and the team, you know, we had to pull up. Appreciate the hospitality as always. It's been amazing to see this is the third event. It's been amazing to see the growth, not just in scale of the physical size of the space, but the growth in more, it seems more people, like more brands from more states are coming. So what are you seeing in terms of the growth here with this third rendition of Unpacked?
Well, you know, this is our second one in Las Vegas, and obviously when we did it last year during MJ BizCon, we knew people had meetings and everything else scheduled. So, you know, having this captive audience, like people are here for this event, they're qualified, they're senior level decision makers, they're investors, and you know, it's tough out there. I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, like a lot of the brands are really struggling. It's overtaxed, overregulated, highly competitive, racing to the bottom. You know, price gluts and price compressions. But like that's the time when you need to be with your peers. That's when you need to be, hey, how am I going to find those solutions? What's somebody else that actually walks a mile in my shoes doing to fix the same problem that I have, that he has or she has? And like this is the time we bring the community together, right? Like when times are tough, you get with your tribe, you find those new solutions, you innovate and drive forward solutions. So like we couldn't be happier to have everybody here and really, you know, embrace this community that is so dear to all of us, right?
I love that, man. And so the first one, you guys had like a little bit over a year to plan. You know, now we're at the third one in a year, and the scale's gotten bigger. So what was the sprint like these last couple months getting ready for this?
Well, I you know, when we talk at our team meetings and stuff, it's you know, we've been pushing a big boulder up a big hill, a steep hill, right? And we're doing something that nobody's ever done before, of really building an event, a national event for the brands and the retailers to come together. And people aren't used to it, having a show like this that's not designed to like, hey, how many tickets can we sell and how packed the room can we get? We want to make sure we're getting the right people in the room. We want to have a very rich content. We think about value. We think about the hospitality industry and how can we make our customers, you know, your experience throughout the whole process, from the time you check into the hotel to picking up your badge, having food on the show floor. We got a mechanical bull over in the corner. If Joey hasn't and Mitch haven't had a chance to ride it yet, that'll be on their next video. You know, I was trying to get a puppy petting zone in here, but it kind of got a little complicated. We'll have that next year. You can adopt a puppy at MJ Unpacked. But we just want to come up with ways that we can really have people have fun and celebrate the industry we're in, right? And it's kind of like a Maslow's needs hierarchy, right? Like you need to feel a sense of belonging. We need to kind of feel a sense of professional development, that we're in a room listening to people that actually know what they're talking about. It's not a sponsor talking from the stage or a consultant that thinks he knows how we should run our businesses better. It's people that have walked the fucking mile in our shoes.
Say that. And I think, like, again, you know, I've talked to you guys. I've had you on the podcast. We've chatted before. I've paid you guys, you know, respect for having that focus and intentionality. What does it look like scaling, you know, and getting bigger spaces, bigger things, but making sure you stick to those core values and value propositions?
Yeah, listen, and this hasn't been an easy year for a lot of reasons. I mean, you know, once you know, people start talking about a recession or economic downturn, you know, you got bean counters sitting in the back office going, oh, let's cut the travel budget, let's kill the marketing spend, right? Like, so, you know, we know the market's out there. So what we've done is just, you know, embrace this concept of we're not trying to sell people anything that's not of value. We talk to every one of our exhibitors and say, what are your objectives at the show? Can we meet those objectives? And we're going to be brutally honest about it. You know, you got this beautiful booth, right? Like, what's one of the things that sucks about trade shows? You got to buy the space, and you got to build a booth, ship it, set it up, and all that extra cost. It's a waste of time and money. We can create a more efficient model that actually focuses on what's the value to Joey and Mitch. And it's being here, representing and talking to your people that you have all these. Like, there's nobody in this room that doesn't know who you guys are. You guys are so well loved in the industry, man, and it's deserved, right? You know, we just want to bring the right people together in the room and find paths forward. Like, we have so many big things that we need to resolve. Like, you know, we're going to get to a point where we need to have national packaging standards. Either our industry can come up with it, or somebody else is going to come up with it, right? Like, how do we build those interstate commerce packs so that, you know, we can create some efficiency and scale for these operators so that they can survive any type of onslaught from alcohol and tobacco when they come in after federal legalization, right? And not that they're bad guys, but like, I don't want to see the cannabis industry thought leadership get turned over to some other industry that is looking at this purely as a vice market. This is a transformational product, right? It's medical. It helps, people be better husbands and wives and better parents, right? And takes away a lot of pain and damage, societally and physically from alcohol and other drugs and opioids. Like, we can really make some change, but we got to get our shit together. We got to come together, and this is one of the places we want that to happen. It's not the only place. We know what happens every day, and small events, big events, everywhere else. We want to be the most productive, most valuable, right? It's not about being the biggest.
I love that, man. Staying true to it, man. I'm a big fan of MJ Unpacked. Like I said, the intentionality. I love you guys because of what you do, what the platform you provide, but I also feel like, again, there's intentionality in what you guys do, and I think you really are here for the industry. Obviously, you're no stranger to this atmosphere, but you're really here for the industry and not just coming in to make a money grab and really leading with value. So, I'm going to salute you for that.
Well, listen, I was selling weed when I was 15 years old, and I was working at a gas station across from the cop shop, and so it's like, I get it. And this is also part of the conversation. Like, people want to talk about legacy, want to talk about social equity. Like, great, talk about it, but we know it's a problem. How do we fix it, right? How do we fix it? Like, at our show, we've got a partnership with M4MM in our academy. I'd say 20% of the brands that are on the show floor right now are BIPOC-owned brands. And it should be more than that. But we're taking steps to our social equity, our social impact scholarships, that we bring money into those organizations so that they can afford to bring those brands to the market. That's what we can do really well. Like Hillary and Devin at our academy, they can help teach those people how to build their pitch deck. They can coach them up on pitching. They can get that, help them with their business planning, right? New Project, who's also here at the show, like she's investing. They're investing into companies that are already in market, right? So they're bringing capital to the table for them. And M4MM has obviously been, a stalwart and a really big advocate for a lot of the Black-owned businesses, BIPOC-owned businesses in the space. MCBA is here. Those are the partnerships, building those partnerships with Respect My Region and these other brands. That's how we can build this community together, man. And I've posted a few times on LinkedIn, like, we are unfucking apologetic that we're going to create an event that might not be for everybody, but it's going to be an event that we're going to do the very best job we can for the people that we're trying to serve.
I love it, man. Third edition of MJ Unpacked, live with George Jage, the man himself, man.
And we can look back at this in like 20 years and be like, you remember that? Like, it was the second show. It was like, oh, I was so excited. We're building something for the industry that it deserves. So please join us. Our next shows will be in New York, April 26th to 28th. We'll be back in Las Vegas in September of 2023 as well. We're going to continue to help support the industry that we serve.
We'll be at both those, man. North American Weed Tour. We're looking at the best in legal cannabis around the map, so we had to check in with Unpacked, man. We'll be back with more later. Woo!